So, we're in the middle of our lesson, and I think I've just explained all the different ways we talk in the past on a sort of intermediate level. So here's one way. It's a bit boring, but it's possible. We just talk chronologically. I got up at 5 o'clock, I got dressed, I brushed my teeth, I had breakfast, I went to work, I travelled on the bus, I did this, very boring, but we get the idea. Sometimes we can use a bit of past continuous. If I want to be very specific, well, at 5 p.m. yesterday, I was travelling home. And we got these two answers with these questions. What did you do yesterday? Well, I did this and this and this and this and this. What were you doing at 5 p.m. yesterday? Well, I was travelling. Look at how we're forming the questions. We use the same science, but with different words. So with past simple, we use a question word with an auxiliary verb, but the auxiliary verb is do in the past. And when you use do in the past, which is did, the main verb has to be present simple first person. We did that last week. However, when we're asking a question in the past continuous, we're using the same language but different words. We're using the auxiliary verb to be in the past. And then if we look at the main verb, we can then look and say past continuous, past simple. That's how we form tenses with these two verbs. And we do that a lot with questions and negatives. But sometimes in the positive, you don't see the auxiliary verb, especially with the present simple and past simple. Yesterday I worked. There is no auxiliary verb until I make it negative. Yesterday I didn't work. Then you can see it. But when we move into the past continuous, we're always using an auxiliary verb, the auxiliary verb be, with the main verb in the ing form. So, yesterday I was travelling home. Yesterday I was not travelling home. We always use the verb to be in the past with the main verb in the ing form. Over here, I've tried to give you some other ideas about how we tell stories. And then once you've got all these ideas, we're going to practice them over the next few weeks. So here's an idea. And we used this same scenario where Peter started cleaning his house at 9 o'clock in the morning. But while he was cleaning the house, the doorbell rang. So here he started cleaning at 9 o'clock. He was cleaning. And then suddenly the doorbell rang and he had to stop cleaning so he could answer the door. And this is the language we use. Now, we have some choices here. We can say the doorbell rang while I was cleaning, or the doorbell rang when I was cleaning. Both of them work okay. So it's where we use past simple, and then we connect it with one of these words and then use the past continuous. We can also take this whole thing and put it at the beginning. So we can put the connecting words at the beginning, when or while I was cleaning, the doorbell rang. That's one way of doing it. This way, well done Anna for spotting the difference. This way is slightly different, where we use the past continuous, but the connection comes before the past simple. And you can only use when in this case. You can't use both like you can up here. Because the connection comes before the past simple, only the word when works. So, I was cleaning my house when suddenly the doorbell rang. Or, when the doorbell rang, I was cleaning my house. Notice how the word when appears before the past simple. But then I thought I'll just give you one more idea. Of course, in this day and age, we have to multitask. So we can do two things at the same time. And here's an example. I was talking on the phone while I was cooking dinner. Of course, you can use when if you want to, because it's before the past continuous. So remember that, when or while, before the past continuous. But here is two past continuous things happening at the same time. And that's all I really want to show you today. We're going to practice this over the next few weeks. Thank you.